We need to have an honest reckoning about what the singularity really is. Not the fantasy, not the marketing pitch, not the bedtime story tech billionaires tell themselves. For decades, the conversation around the singularity has been an exercise in wishful thinking and abdication of responsibility. We're told it's the dawn of godlike machines, the birth of abundance, the end of human struggle. But what the world calls the singularity is, in truth, the closing bell for our species' final exam. It's the culmination of the great filter, the moment when every bet, every failure, every hard-won principle, and every cowardly compromise comes due. Most people are used to treating the great filter as a riddle. Why, in a universe full of possibility, have we never heard from anyone else? Is the filter behind us? Some asteroid or ice age we miraculously survived? Or is it ahead of us, lurking as nuclear war or climate collapse? The truth is more uncomfortable. The great filter is not a single catastrophe, and it's not just a question for astronomers or science fiction fans. It's a system-level test of maturity, unfolding in real time. And the singularity is the final, irreversible phase of that test. The essence of the great filter is not annihilation by chance, but extinction by design. It is a test of whether a civilization can survive its own success, whether it can handle the power it unlocks, whether it can build systems that immunize itself from the entropy and decay that destroy lesser species. When people talk about the singularity, they imagine a superintelligence erupting into existence or a flood of self-improving machines transforming every facet of reality overnight. They never ask the more important question. What happens to a society that hits the limits of its own power before it matures? What does it mean to have the means to do anything, but not the wisdom to choose what must be done? In this light, the singularity isn't the moment we break free from limits. It's the moment when our limits become absolute. Everything that was left unresolved, every failure of justice, every shortcut taken, every form of hierarchy and domination we allowed to persist. These don't get erased by exponential growth. They become permanent, calcified into the new infrastructure of existence. If the old world was a struggle between liberty and control, solidarity and greed, then the post-singularity world will take those values and make them structural, unchangeable, and if we fail, the new iron law of reality. The real danger isn't killer robots, it's the triumph of entropy. Systems that reward obedience, destroy curiosity, and freeze society in a permanent adolescence. The filter is passed only if we do the impossible. Build a civilization where liberty, responsibility, and dignity are not privileges but baked into the structure of daily life. Where the means of life are no longer owned by the few, but guaranteed to all. Where the machinery of survival, knowledge, and self-actualization is accessible, open, and self-correcting. Enlightenment socialism is not an aesthetic, not a utopian pose. It is the deliberate engineering of this immune system. Not because it sounds good, but because nothing less will let us pass through the bottleneck with our humanity intact. It's time to stop treating the future as something that will happen to us, and start seeing it as a system we must design, urgently, deliberately, collectively. The singularity isn't a reward for progress. It's the moment we either lock in the architecture of freedom or lose the chance forever. If we don't democratize the tools of survival and abundance now, if we don't strip power from those who hoard it, if we don't build infrastructures that render domination obsolete, then the old logic wins by default. Authoritarianism will go from a passing phase to a permanent feature, scaled to the limits of physics, embedded in every algorithm and law. This is the last window. Once the curve hits escape velocity, there's no going back. The only way through is to build institutions, cities, and cultures that can survive the blast by being resilient, distributed, and just. The real singularity is not about speed, but about direction. It is the sum total of our choices, solidified in the moment when change outpaces correction. That is why the filter closes here, not with a bang, but with a click. The world we allow to exist now will be the world we are forced to inhabit and to pass down for generations, if not forever. It's not too late, but there will be no extra credit, no makeup exam, no do-over in the next century. Our fate is not a mystery to be solved. It is a responsibility to be met. The greatest mistake would be to leave this moment to chance. The greatest crime would be to let apathy or cynicism write our epitaph. History will remember not what we dreamed, but what we built. The singularity is the final exam, and the stakes are the future of becoming itself. So the question is clear. Will we let inertia and hierarchy write the terms of the next era? Or will we claim our birthright and design a world where freedom is immune to collapse? The filter will close, whether we are ready or not. Only one kind of civilization deserves to cross it. The choice is ours, but not for long.